Let me tell you something about deaf people. And I know this shit secondhand. If a person's been deaf their whole life, from day one to now, their life is just as normal as yours and ours. Because they have nothing to compare it to. So to them, being deaf is the equivalent to us hearing things. The only time they know something is off is when we start fucking with them. And women are the worst at this shit. Because women will walk up to a deaf guy, oh, well, that's sad. Oh, look. Poor guy, he's deaf. And the deaf guy doesn't know what's happening. Like, what happened? There's something on my shirt. And women don't know when to stop. They're like, oh, you should hear music. Deaf guy's like, you should hear nothing. So much better. You gotta figure being deaf can't be that bad. It's gotta have a positive side to it. Say you have a girlfriend. Okay, wait. Say you have my ex-girlfriend. She's giving you shit. You don't know. All you see is... And he's thinking in his head, she's so beautiful when she dances. So much passion. Okay, before you judge me, I see a lot of people uncomfortable and looking at me like you're going to hell with me. Well, you are. Let me tell you how I know about deaf people, all right? Here's how I know. Here's what happened. Here's my story, and this is true. After 10th grade, I got kicked out of regular high school. Regular high school being where most of you probably went to school. Well, I got kicked out. Because I don't know how it works in America, but in Canada, in high school, you earn 8 credits every year. So by the end of 10th grade, you should have 16 credits. Well, I had 7. Actually, I had 5. But I picked up 2 in summer school because I was trying to catch up, right? I did, and so the school I was going to genuinely thought I was slow. Like they thought I was a fucking retard. They just did. They thought, and the only reason I know they thought I was slow, not because they kicked me out and sent me to the retard school. That was obvious. I knew they thought I was slow because I remember the day the guidance counselor called me into the office and started speaking to me. He started speaking to me all slow. Now, I didn't know he thought I was slow. I thought he was slow. And I didn't want to make him feel bad, what with all my fast speech. And he calls me and he's like, Russell. And I'm like, I was like, this guy's fucking retarded. Send him to the other school. So they kicked me out of my school and sent me to the retard school down the street. Now, when I say I went to the retard school down the street, I don't mean my school was fucking retarded. I mean my school, was fucking retarded. Like, if you had anything wrong with you, you went to my school. You were in a wheelchair, you went to my school. You were on crutches, you went to my school. You were blind, you were deaf, you were autistic, you had Tourette's, you had behavioral problems, you went to my school. My school had ramps all over the fucking place. It looked like Tony Hawk designed my school. And in my school, in our cafeteria, we had 1 lunch period for the entire school. One lunch period for the entire school. The whole school was in the cafeteria at once. And it was the best shit you've ever seen in your life. Because everybody with the same shit wrong with them would hang out with each other. Like all the wheelchair kids would roll together. All the blind kids would hang out with each other. I don't even know how the blind kids found each other. All the autistic kids would sit there for 45 minutes just rocking. Fuck you, I had to live this life for 2 years. And everybody in my school knew one thing. Nobody but nobody fucked with the deaf kids. Nobody. Because I don't know if you know this or not, but deaf kids are strong as shit. They are they have the strength of like 14 gorillas, these kids. And the only reason I know this is because one of my homeboys got into a fight with a deaf kid, and that deaf kid beat 37 kinds of shit out of my friend. He just went into this, he just kept wailing on him, just bashing him in the face. And I don't know if it's because he couldn't hear the sound of, push, but he just went like berserk into this weird deaf rage. It was like, I don't know if he was lip reading wrong, you know. Because my friend was like, stop! I was like, stop telling me, fuck off. How old are you, Bav? 28. Now, let me confirm this with me, Bav. You're 28. I'm 40. Aren't Indian parents obsessed with their kids going to the bathroom? It's true. From the age of 3, when you start going by yourself, for the rest of your life, your parents want to know what's going on in there. I'm 40 years old. If I go to my mom's house, Mom, can I use the bathroom? What do you want to do? Whatever I want to do, I can do it myself. You cannot go to the bathroom around your parents. Indian parents, they want to know. There's always like they want to know before you go in. There's like the pre-game interview. And then there's like the post-show press conference when you come out. I remember 5 years old, I go to my dad, Dad, I got to go to the bathroom. He goes, okay. Big job or small job? What? Big job or small job? I don't know, I got a shit. Big job. Go nicely, go nicely, go. They always tell you to go nicely. What the fuck is go nicely? When have you ever been sitting there and just not gone nicely? You know, you're sitting there and all of a sudden you go, oh my God, I want a hammer dance. And then your dad comes in, you didn't go nicely. I come out of the bathroom, I'm 5 years old, my dad goes, how was it? How was what? You went bathroom? Was it healthy? I'm 5. I'm not a shit expert. It was 8 pounds, 6 ounces. You're a grandpoo. I have this theory. Tell me if you agree with this theory. How old are you there, boss? 42. 42? Really? What the fuck happened? You're 2 years older than me. How did our lives waver so far apart? What happened? When did you give up? That's what I want to know. Okay, tell me if you agree with this theory, all right? Please don't say you're younger than him. That'll really fucking ruin the... Here's my theory, all right? Tell me what you think of this theory. Say we all live till we're 80, right? Let's just say we all live till we're 80. I have a theory that in your 80 years on this planet, you will have a minimum of 5 really great shits. Now let me explain. When I say great shits, I mean the kind that you fondly recall later in life. Not the kind where you sit around and go, oh my God, remember the time I blew up the bathroom? Not those. And by blow up the bathroom, my Arab friends, I don't mean kaboom. I mean, when I say fondly recall, I mean the kind where, you know the kind of where you come out of the bathroom and you feel lighter? You go in feeling full and you come out and you're like, oh my God. You shit out everything you've ever eaten in your life. And not in a bad way, in a very comfortable way. Like you come out of the bathroom like, I don't think I have diabetes anymore. I think I just shit my cancer out, is what I did. I have a theory that we'll have a minimum of 5. But here's the thing. When my dad was alive, towards the end of my dad's life, he got very sick. And the doctor told my dad, he said, Mr. Peters, you're going to need to increase your fiber intake. And my dad somehow misunderstood that as I should have fiber all day, all night. So my dad would literally sit there with a beer and a glass of Metamucil, and I'd be like, Dad, what's that? Beer. What's that? Metamucil. Try it. Tastes like orange. So my dad was having so much fiber that he was actually having phenomenal shits on a daily basis. And I'm not trying to be gross or anything, but my dad, I remember one time going to my parents' house and my dad came out of the bathroom and goes, son, you should see it.
It's incredible. The length of my bloody arm. It wouldn't break. It was coiling in the toilet, coiling. I literally had to stand up. It's sticking out like the head of a cobra. Come and see, I didn't flush. Come and see, I didn't flush it. Come and see. That is disgusting, Dad. I'm gonna flush it. Don't flush it, your brother's not home. I'm flushing it. You flush it, and somebody gonna get a hurt real bad. Thank you very much, guys. Good night. Be safe.